For decades, the Nauvoo Historical Society has had a very important mission.
We operate two local museums. One is the Weld House Museum, which we're in, and the other is in the State Park of Nauvoo, and that's the Reinberger House Museum.
This year, the Society honored both museums with a special celebration.
We have a German Heritage Festival, and this is the first time that we've had it, and we celebrate a huge German population, over 200 years of history here.
Fort Madison's Brenda Graham brought her family to the celebration.
We read about it in the newspaper, and we have German heritage. Thought it sounded like fun, educational for the kids, and especially hearing the band, not typically music they get a chance to hear.
All of the artifacts at the Reinberger and the Weld House have been donated by the people who have lived here through the years.
The buildings date back to the early Mormon period of the 1830s and 1840s. All of the artifacts inside the Weld House showcase different periods of Nauvoo's rich history.
The things that the people come to see here is right along with our timeline. They first come to see our arrowhead collection and the Native American artifacts that we have from this area. We then move on to the very first settlers. We have a Mormon collection, and those artifacts were from the family of Joseph Smith, as well as from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and the Community of Christ Church.
The Reinberger Museum, owned by Alois Reinberger in the 1880s, was one of the area's most successful vineyards. More than 163 years later, the trees are still producing grapes. Many years later, it became a home for artifacts from the Civil War and World War I.
When the Mormons left, then it was vacant, and then in 1950, the state purchased the Reinberger home. And they decided, well, what are we going to do with it after a few years? So then they told the people around Nauvoo, and they got up what they called the Historical Society in Nauvoo, and they opened it in 1958.
The trip gave Graham a chance to bring history to life for her family.
It's wonderful to come here and really see it and see what our ancestors have given of themselves and what people are willing to donate to keep that history alive.
Derek Frank, KHQA News, Nauvoo.